Okay, we'll see how you did. For this one, find little m. That's the hypotenuse. One of the things you could have done first, you didn't have to do this first, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And if you go to your calculator, 7 squared plus 11 squared, push enter, square root your answer, 13.03. I'm going to store that as x in case I need it later. I might not use it at all. But now we have that little m to the nearest tenth is 13.0 centimeters. Now that I have all three sides, if I want to find an angle like angle K, I have lots of choices. I can use any of the ratios. I could use sine and then do the 11 over the 13. I could do cos and do the 7 over 13, or I could do tangent and do the 11 over 7. Now when choosing them, you know how you lose marks for rounding early? If you use side m, which we just calculated, that has a whole bunch of decimals to it. We have a better chance of making a mistake with all those decimals than if we could use the numbers that were given to us to begin with. So the best choice in this case would be to use tangent. Tangent of angle K, the definition for tangent is opposite. The opposite is 11 over adjacent, and the adjacent side is 7. Because this part here is our hypotenuse, and that won't change no matter which angle we use. So if you took tan inverse of both sides, and one thing you'll start to notice in our algebra in grade 10, whereas in grade 9 you always wrote every single little step you may have done above an equation, sometimes as we go further in grade 10, this little part where I did tan inverse of both sides, that red part I might not write anymore. I can just go from tan k equals 11 over 7 to the next step where I show the results of taking tan inverse of both sides. And k is tan inverse of 11 over 7. And that value tells us that angle is 57.5. And so now to find our final answer, angle N, again, I would just look at what would it take for all of them to add up to 180 degrees. I need 57.5 plus this to add up to 90, so that's going to be 32.5 degrees. In a question where you're solving the entire triangle, it's good to either label everything on your triangle to end with to show everything, or what I've done here is circle your final answers, because there's 3 answers that you need to find. And then you can label it on your triangle. I know this is 32.5 degrees, and I know m was 13.0 centimeters. How did you guys do?